Week 13, build and battle. Let's jump in. Welcome back, everybody. Build and battle once again. Just a little reminder, 29 out of 50 on our sub goal. Definitely make sure to drop a sub if you are new. Appreciate all the love and support. Anything we get, always appreciate it. And looks like we may get a tiny bit of overlay on these contests, 84% owned or 84 percentage filled. Maybe get like a couple percentages there. And then this one looks pretty good in terms of some overlay, and then there's a few more down here that look pretty good that I'll definitely be jumping into. So let's go ahead and see. Let's play. I went that last time. Let's go with this. All right. So I'll start it off with like what I usually do. I'm gonna do a battle royale. Probably later this week, I'm gonna do my best ball roundup. So be ready for that. And then obviously, like I said before, teased it a bit. Playoff best ball is gonna be a big part of this channel. I've had some decent success the last couple of years, so hoping that I can continue that into this year. We'll hopefully make another team into the Super Bowl or the big game, whatever you want to call it, and we can hopefully get some of that action going. So looking forward to that. But today we're gonna do like a battle royale. We're probably gonna do one goal line stand, a battle royale, and an extra point, which is a single entry $4 1K to first. And then we'll do our usual 4,000 person contest on DraftKings as well. So looking forward to that. Should be a lot of fun. Could be a good time as always. Talk about a few spots that I like already. I'll just go ahead and pull up the game hub here. Obviously, the cover game is Washington and Dolphins. I think this Denver game is getting like less ownership than it should, a little less spotlight than it probably should. I kind of like I'm in the camp where I want to attack the game, especially on Underdog. I want to attack the game in a different way than the field may be attacking with like the pass catchers, where I think that there's a chance that Singletary could be very viable. Brevin Jordan is going to be lower owned probably, even though he's getting like a lot of attention. I think one of these Jets guys could get there. One of the Falcons guys could get there. This is a really good game to take a one-off in, I feel like, but it should be a gross game all around. Honestly, I think the Jets win this game. It's just my inclination, but I could be wrong. But I think the Jets win this game, honestly. But we'll see what happens there. Definitely some pieces here that you could take on either side. I think obviously the Steelers side is much more interesting. Not a very high team total for the Cardinals here, so not really that attractive in that sense. But obviously the Bucs game, a lot of interesting pieces on both sides there. The Philly-San Francisco game should be the game of the week. I think it makes sense that the Niners are favored. Even though the Eagles are 10-1, I think it makes sense. I think the Niners are right now probably a better team with the injuries on the Eagles side. It'll be most likely this will be a rematch of the NFC Championship game this year, so that'll be fun to hopefully get into again. But I think the Niners get this one, and Vegas does agree with that. But the Rams are one of the interesting spots of the slate. I think one of Kupp, Kyron, Puka, one of those guys are going to get there. I think they're both all those guys are pretty plays. We have 40-point total and the 3.5-point favored. So this game could be more interesting than you think it could be. Like it could maybe shoot out to like a 45-50-point total. I don't know. I think Flacco will probably throw a good amount in that game. But my biggest like stand right now is like I want to take shots on this Denver receiving core / like Javonte, but I think Mims and Judy are super interesting this week. I think they both have like a lot of viability, and I mean we'll see what happens, but I think they both make a ton of sense. Like Judy, Sutton, and even Mims, if you want to take a shot on him, I think they all make sense as like a bring back or like a stack Russ, and then go with Singletary on the other side, or go with Brevin, or go with just Tank. Because I think I just think there's a world where Russ can get there. He's been playing really good. This is a great matchup for them. Houston has been like, Baker had an awesome game against them. T-Law had another amazing game against them. So I think they're beatable on the secondary side. So I think it's just like a good spot for them to show out. And Denver's been playing teams a lot closer than expected. So this should be a good game. Hopefully high scoring, but we'll see. We'll see about that. But obviously this is a game where I think you need a piece of, honestly, you can't hurt by having one Miami piece in every lineup. So I've been trying to do that, trying to take one of Achane or Mostert or Waddle, Tua, Hill. And then even on the other side, Howell's pretty interesting too. So I think there's a lot of viability in this game. I think Tua doesn't have the biggest upside at quarterback, but obviously if you take Hill, you get a pretty good tethering there where if you're taking Hill and Tua and then Hill goes for 150 and 2, then you automatically get those points on Tua. So I feel like floor is pretty safe there if the touchdowns go the passing route. But there's a world where, Hill has a good game yardage wise, but all the touchdowns flow to the run game. So that could create a lot of shock, like Tua Tyreek stacks where everyone is picking Tyreek at the turn in Underdog. They might just go straight to the running backs. So touchdowns do matter a lot more on this site. So yeah, let's hop into a BR, and then let's do as well. Let's get the goal line stand going because it's going to take a while for that one to fill up or to be done. So a lot more of my scroll down plays are more viable here. I was pretty big on Juwan earlier in the week. I thought he'd be sneaky, but he was not sneaky at all. So I think people are very much aware of that situation. Although Olave is back in, it would have been a little bit better for Juwan projection wise, but I think he's just good. He's a good solid click either way. I'm not sure. I wonder where Olave was going all week, but he's playing. He should be full go for Olave. So that should be interesting as well. So we got the 3. I usually go AJ Brown or Hurts at 3 personally, unless one of these two fall, but we'll see what we get coming back to us there. Let's see here. Battle Royale, we got the 101, so I'll get another Tyreek share. No problem with that at all. And let's hop into our single entry while we're at it. I do another one of those goal line stands before I hop off tonight, or before the slate starts. Got a few things I got to do after this. Got to get the season long stuff done, and then all that kind of jazz. Get the season long stuff done and figure a few other things out, and I'll be going. Yeah, this will be interesting. 103. Let's see what we end up getting into. 10:48. So we got about an hour till lock. It's part of the routine to finish up the season long stuff in the morning, just because I want to make sure I get my any lineup changes I need to make. Usually I have them all set, but a little behind this week. Yeah, very good player structure here. It's if you get 5th, you'll get a 4th of first place. That's not bad. Not bad. One pick away here. So CMC. What if Hill falls? That'd be lit. Does not fall. I like Amon-Ra, but I'm going AJ or Hurts here. I think probably quarterback is probably a little more. Yeah, let's go Hurts here. Running back, receiver just get kind of gross, which is kind of maybe an inkling that I probably should have took a receiver there. But I think both could work out. The receiver gets pretty bad quick, but hopefully I can get Debo or something on the way back. Nico's fine, but running backs are plentiful in this context, right? Or in these contests right now. And in general, there's a lot of viable running back plays. I'd play all these guys. I'd play Warren, I'd play Montgomery, I'd play Swift, I'd play Javonte, I'd play Singletary, I'd play Brees, I'd play Ford, and Brian Robinson's fine, I guess. James Conner seems all right. Chuba's, I think that's probably where I stop here, James Conner range. but like that's a ton of viability in terms of like the running back position. So pretty clear 102 and 101 to me. I feel like there's like no other way to go about it. CMC and Hill are just like just every time, bro. I'm gonna take these two. Get this like 20 points. Bank the like take McCaffrey, you bank your 20 to 25 points of running back, maybe even 30. Obviously upside of 40. So it's just like give me those points every time, all day. This Waddle Hill has been pretty. Waddle 2 has been hard to get, which seems like to be the case here again. But we'll see what we can get. If we can get Kittle here, I would definitely take him. People seem to be against taking him sometimes, but we'll see what we get here. It's kind of an ugly range. Feels like a good spot to take like some shots on the Denver guys. Let me go ahead and check my. Oh yeah, I'll take Kittle for sure. The highest upside tight end, the highest upside receiver on the slate. And do I just stack them up? I feel like getting a piece of this Philly game is important, so I'm gonna go that route and get the Philly side as well. So I think that makes a lot of sense. And the running backs are super plentiful, like I said before. Purdy's a good click at 2 in this range. So let's see. I want to check what I got on my other goal line stand team, so I can kind of compare the two. Okay, so I went Mims and Russ Wilson. So I went really, really punty. So maybe I'll go Judy on this one. It'd be fun. This is my single entry team. I want to get one of these receivers on the way back. So let's play the game. Hopefully I get one of these two come back. Hopefully it doesn't double tap these receivers, but we'll see what happens. Because I'll take Devonta Smith, but I'd prefer to get. Makes sense to take some shots on the biggest upside game of the week. You're okay. Come on, let me get Tank Dell, at least. Nice. Yeah, I'll take that for sure. Yeah, give me Tank Dell all day. I wonder where Pat Surtain's going to be lining up. If he's going to go against... I don't really know how his coverage works, honestly. Don't know enough ball in that regard, but I don't know. So Diva does go, unfortunately, and that was kind of the guy I was hanging my hat on there. We'll take an H-hand share there if I can. Purdy seems like a good pick to go with Kittle. Same thing, I could go Purdy here if he's there. You can also go Stroud. I think taking a consolidated bet on these guys makes a ton of sense here. Because I could go with like 2 Houston pieces, 2 San Francisco pieces, a Philly piece. Like, I think that makes a ton of sense. And smaller field stuff like the single entry. Zach Moss goes. So running back is getting eaten up a bit. I love Gibbs this week too. Not that big on Laporta. Like, he's fine, but I'm not like massive on him. I really don't want to miss out on these receivers. Let's go with Laporta, and then let's just fingers crossed we end up getting one of these receivers, Pittman and Nico. All right, so me, H-Chan, Hill, H-Chan, and then let's go. So he's gone. Let's grab Brock here, and then let's go H-Chan, Gibbs, and then who we got at quarterback if we do that, though? Kind of leaves it kind of gross. Let's go with Howell and yeah, let's do that. Go back here. Okay, so Purdy's gone. So now we can go with our. Do we double up Houston and go Nico Dell? Let's get our Miami piece. I think that makes a ton of sense. So this was like a very sound lineup here, and then we'll take another piece from a team that I feel like has a good total. The receivers did go. That sucks. Ooh, man. We'll go Gibbs. Okay, this gets pretty gross, but I'll take some shots on guys I like down here. There's still options available. Garrett Wilson's there. We got Dotson. We got these other guys here. I think we'll be okay. A little less than ideal though. But I'll do my mini. I'll do my mini here. I'll get a Houston piece and a Denver piece. So I'll either get Mims or Judy with Singletary, and then I'll get one more receiver after that. So seems all right. So I need a QB here. This is going to be Howell if I can get him. It's like this is taking the two like bigger game environments and just like stacking them up. Like these games both too good, and then I have good pieces on them, and if I can win that, I think I will be rolling out some Terry and on DraftKings just because I think he's gonna go a little overlooked. Let's take a shot on Judy here. Or I could take a shot on Terry again. I want to go Judy or Terry there. Let's go. Let's go Judy. What's their team total really? Like probably pretty similar to. I would assume it's probably a little higher than Broncos. This isn't bad. Brock Purdy, CMC Kittle with Achane, Tank Dell, and Judy. Two pieces from that game that I like as well. I just think attacking that Denver Houston game in like as many ways as you can think is a sharp way to go about it. So Howell, I'm gonna get Howell here, so that's good. So I'll get Howell, Achane, Hill, Devonta Smith, McLaurin, and Kittle. This team has Laporta, Gibbs, so we'll see what we can get here. Judy should be a pretty easy one to get. Pickens is going undrafted too for the most part. So if we can get Singletary and Pickens in the next picks on the next wrap, then I'll feel pretty good about that. Singletary is down a bit as well, so I feel like I should be able to get that little mini stack going. Yeah, I'll definitely do another goal line stand before I'm done here. On Underdog today. Good team here. Get to Howell. Howell goes like undrafted on these a little more, and then he's like really popular on DraftKings. So just another like wrinkle of what you kind of think about when you're drafting on both sites, where you can like take advantage of. People that are getting undrafted on this site are much better clicks, especially if they're going to be projected super highly on other sites where like you could get an ownership discount and you get leverage by playing the same popular plays on a different site. So I think it's just like really makes sense to think about it that way. So resonates with me. I feel like it is the right way to play. All right. There are more status updates here. Take a look for everyone. Rodgers unexpected to play. That seems about right. Yeah, everyone's active. Was questionable right now. I'm not sure what other Q tags are waiting for. Yeah, JT might be out for the season. That's pretty scary stuff there. If you were a JT drafter, I did draft. I think I drafted with the field with him, so don't feel great about that. But it is what it is. Won't be isn't the first injury and not the last that we've dealt with this year. So yeah, he's got to do what he can. That does suck because I was really worried about that. But shows how much the season changes. I was really worried about that discount you would get, like the 4th round JT, I felt like was like a slate breaker, but it might not matter anymore. But he could come back week 17, so not out of the woods there. Plus, it's probably easier to get a JT 4th round to the finals than it is to get a JT 2nd round to the finals or 3rd. So just price, thinking like in terms of price. So Terry's available. I'm just gonna skip the range and just say, you know what, I'm gonna go punt at receiver, see what happens. So I want to go Garrett Wilson and like, I don't know. Maybe I skip Pickens and go like Garrett Wilson instead. So I'll go Singletary. I definitely want to get these Denver guys. So I'm gonna grab one Denver guy and then maybe I just go Garrett Wilson and skip Pickens. I like Pittsburgh a lot this week. Like all those Pittsburgh guys feel really good. So let's see. Garrett Wilson's just a baller, dude. Short Pickens is a good, like, very good upside bet and a better matchup, the higher team total. Let's go the unknown route. I think Pickens is probably getting undrafted too, but Garrett Wilson's a pretty fun click as well down there. And I'll get one of Judy Downs. Yeah, I mean, Judy might get taken, so I'll kick one of these guys on the way back. No Miami pieces on this, which is kind of sketchy. No San Francisco. So this will be a very different lineup for me. But I guess like the goal line stand kind of makes your ownerships get a little more spread out. But I have like Hurts that could hopefully capture like all of the Eagles' points. Yeah, there's we got FFPC content on the playoff, like the FFPC content for playoffs. We got Underdog Best Ball, my favorite format, Underdog Best Ball playoff. So I cannot be more excited for that. Cannot be more excited. I've been a little under the weather, so maybe don't sound as excited as I am, but I truly am. It's a fun time of the year for many reasons. Family time with holidays, and obviously just the goodness of the football season coming to a close, with best ball season ending, playoff best ball starting, playoff NFL starting. Just a great time in the thick of NBA season. Really enjoyable stuff. So we're an hour till lock now. Get this DraftKings lineup done, and we'll call it a day. Let's go ahead and pull it up actually while we're waiting. Let me go ahead and put on this good old search party. We'll go search party blue. And then let's go and pull up this other piece here. All right. Think about how we want to do this. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about something specific I wanted to build. I think my main lineup will be attacking a Denver-Houston stack. But I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm going to do that somewhere else. I thought about running out a Kyler one, but I feel like that team total is pretty gross. So I don't know if I want to go that route. Let's do Brock. Brock will be one of the most popular quarterbacks on the slate, but I'm okay when I attach him to Kittle, which I think will be a lower owned piece this week. CMC is going to be super popular, especially when you pair him with like McCaffrey and Moss, which I think I'm probably gonna have Moss in 50% of my lineups, which I just think like if he gets 15, he's done a little bit. He's done enough, but he's not broken the slate. If he gets 25 to 20, then you're not dead without him, but you're definitely a little behind the 8 ball. So that's how I'm attacking Moss, I think. So yeah, I'll go Judy Singletary. I really like Singletary this week. I think he's getting under projected. And I like Pierce too, but I've just been reading the tea leaves. So just like, I think Singletary is going to get more work for now. And then maybe Pierce will take it back. But right now I think Singletary's like the main guy, and a high team total. good offense. Like, why not? Why can't he have a good day? He's done it before. He's done it recently. So even with Pearson, I think there's a good chance he has a good day again. But yeah, we'll grab Judy here, and then we'll call that. With his Hurt stack, where we got the Gibbs and Laporta stacked up, with Garrett Wilson and Devin Singletary, then we'll get Judy on the bring back of that team there. So not horrible. This guy went Gibson. See, that's too thin for me. Just can't. I don't think I can get there with that, but I suppose it's possible. I guess, I did with how good the running backs are on this slate. I feel like it's hard to get there with just solo Gibson. That's all. But I mean, Gibson could get 20 points or 15 to 20. So, all right, let's do this. So Purdy, Kittle, and then we go with the AJ Brown alpha on the other side because I'm not taking San Francisco as like a blowout team. Like, it's just not where I am. Like, if you want to take Tampa and stack them up and take them as they blow them out, that's fine. But I don't really see this being a blowout. I think San Francisco should win and should have success and should score points, but I don't think Philly is going to lay over. That's for dang sure. So let's see if we could do it. See if we could do this or not. That seems pretty unlikely. Can we go there? No. So let's just capture the points like that. Let's just say that HN gets the points on that end, and we'll play Moss on this lineup. So we'll go HN Moss. I feel like that gets a little different. I don't think HN is going to be very popular. Okay, and then we'll go. We're going to need a cheapy receiver. Obviously, Michael Wilson's out. Greg Dortch makes sense. I think, yeah, Jameson Williams is a pretty good play. I think it's 3,600 feels really good at his price. Rolls increasing. Did get some information. I was looking around, and it does seem like he's going to be pretty under-owned. All right, so we got an alpha stack in one of the biggest totals of the week, and then are we just going to fade the Houston-Denver game, or do we want to attack it with like a piece here? Not 100% sure what I want to do there. Defense, let's fill defense in and then see where that gets us everywhere else. Haven't looked a ton of defense yet. Panthers defense seems all right with Baker on the other side. Titans defense makes some sense. That actually is, that's max leverage is the Henry. Yeah, that just makes sense. Like do Henry with. It does make a lot of sense. Henry and Tennessee defense. Who's favored in this game? 2.5 to Falcons. I kind of like taking Jets defense. I don't know how popular Jets defense is, but I feel like that's a pretty good play. I think Falcons defense is shocky, so I kind of like that. Let's do Brees on this team. And they play at. None of these players play late. Oh yeah, well, because most of the games are early anyways, so it's kind of hard to not fill your flex early. We got Greg Dortch, Tutu Atwell, Juwan Jennings, Burks. Maybe I'll play Dortch, I think. Dortch never lets you down, man. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I don't have to play Brees. Well, I could do this. It gives me a Olave bring back. Bijan. I'll play Mims, but not on a non-Russ stack. I think they're just too correlated. Like Mims has a good game, Russ is gonna probably come along for the ride. Like Mims is like a big touchdown bet guy. So this is a tough decision here. Kind of having trouble with it. Let's roll Brees and let's roll Brees and Dortch. Kind of a different build, just because like I'm not paying up a receiver, but I'm getting 2 punt receivers, which is really gross. But I suppose if they hit, I think Dortch is like a safer bet. But like if they both hit at like a decent clip, I think that's like makes some sense. So I don't really think I can get up to anything I want. Like QJ is just gross. Like this is Samuel would be nice to get to, but I don't think I can get there. So I can go down at defense to 3,300. I want to do the Jets thing. Is there anything I can like move around to like go a different route? I got the pretty skinny. No, I'll roll Dortch. That seems fine. I think one of the Cleveland pieces could be good too, like the Ford, Moore, Cooper. Like one of those guys would probably have a decent day. And Joku, like one of those guys would probably have a good day. Like either he might dump it off to Ford a bunch, he might dump it off to Cooper a bunch. Like I think they're all like pretty fun plays. I might even do some weird stuff with like props to get some exposure to those pass catchers and receptions and stuff like that. So, all right, this is a good squad. We got Brock Purdy, got a popular quarterback with like a pretty good lower owned tight end. I think AJ Brown will get some ownership as well. We got a low owned, extremely low owned Brees Hall. We got low owned Achane. We got Moss, should be the most popular play on the slate. But we got James Williams with a pretty cheaper pieces. So a pretty unique build, I feel like, getting the 2 punt receivers with a pay up tight end, a pay down running back, and then 2 like mid range running backs. I think that'll be pretty contrarian. I think people are going to go Moss McCaffrey. That'll be like the most common pairing with Moss, or like Moss Hill. I'm avoiding both those, sidestepping both those and grabbing Achane instead. Eating the Dortch chalk. I think Dortch is going to be popular. So, and then flipping off the Falcons defense and saying, you know, Arthur Smith's not going to get there this week. It's going to be a low-scoring game either way, so I think the Jets defense is just a good play in a sense, and I can avoid the ownership on the Falcons side. So, like this team. Like this team a lot. All right, so that's all I got for you guys. 33 minutes, not a bad little show here, but I appreciate anyone that was hanging out to watch. If you guys did watch this video, if watching it afterwards, make sure to leave a comment. If it's before luck, what's your favorite play on the slate? If not, then let me know. Just like ask questions. Ask me a question about best ball, or let me know what you're most excited for the best ball playoffs, or what you're most excited for the NFL playoffs. You know, I always like talking ball. I like talking about NFL, like talking about sports, talking about, you know, fantasy stuff. It's something I'm really passionate about. So appreciate you guys all hanging out, bearing with me as I'm a little under the weather here still. But yeah, everyone have a good day, good weekend. Enjoy your holiday if I don't see you until then, but I'll be back next week either way. So appreciate you guys hanging out. That was a good, fun time building Battle Week 13. We're done. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.